All right. Good morning once again. Good morning once again. Welcome to this professional space. I'm happy to have you all. I was waiting for some of you to join the call, and I'm glad that you have all joined the call. Sorry, we have started a bit late, about 9 minutes past 10:30, and we're supposed to start at exactly 10:30, but nonetheless, here we are, and I'm excited to take you through this course. This is a HCIA certification, HCIA Cloud Service Certification, Professional Certification offered by Huawei ICT Academy in partnership with government to enhance talented ICT personnel. As you are aware, to date, most of the organizations are leveraging on the benefits of using cloud services, and many of them are migrating and moving their data to the cloud. It is important that people get well acquainted with what some of these technologies are and what they can do to boost technology and to improve on the efficiency of business processes. So you are welcome to this professional training. Before we proceed, before I introduce myself, I'd love to hear from a few of you to just understand who is on this call. You can just say mic check, introduce yourself, tell us who you are, how your morning is, and what are some of your expectations from the course. And then after that, we shall continue with our agenda for today. Anyone? Just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, maybe what you do, how your morning is, and your expectations for the course.
Hey, mic check. I'm Pierre Gillian. I'm glad to be in this class, and I have very high expectations. I expect to, by the end of this course, to have acquired some really good skills, and I'm excited. That's it.
Thank you so much. So welcome to this professional training. Let me see if I can project the slides. Welcome to the HCIA Cloud Service version 3.0. By the way, it's a new version. So we're happy to have you on this call, and we hope that at the end of the day, you will get a few skills and knowledge as far as the cloud is concerned. The objective of this program is to help cloud engineers, professionals, or even students, people like you who would like to build their career in the cloud. Like I told you earlier, the cloud has become very, very fundamental today in business processes. There's no organization that I know of that I have audited which does not have part of the cloud. So that means that even in the near future, many organizations will choose to deal away with physical data centers and decide to move all the data centers in the cloud. So it is important for you young people with ICT talents to leverage on such opportunities and to grow so that you become better at what you do. So this course is going to introduce you to the knowledge of all the cloud computing concepts, cloud service concepts, look and focus on some Huawei cloud service platforms, look at the Huawei cloud and also benchmark from other cloud platforms so that you know and get acquainted with some of the services that are offered in the cloud. You'll get an understanding of computing, networking, and storage related to virtualization, features of virtualization where someone can quickly understand the field of cloud computing and some of the services offered there. We shall look at some of those things and understand how you can provision good services and resources online using the cloud. There are many different service providers like Amazon, like Microsoft Azure, like Google Cloud, IBM, VMware, and etc. If you have never heard of those, worry not. This course is purely meant for everyone, so there are no prerequisites for this course, but a better understanding of some ICT concepts is recommended for this course. So some of the few house rules we have, this is a professional space, therefore try your level best to be very respectful, For each and every one on this page, we have people from different sphere and domains and different countries. So kindly take note of that. And also kindly keep your microphones muted so that we can have a conducive environment to allow learning to take place. If you must talk, just either say mic check or raise your hand, and we shall be in position to communicate effectively. And also, if you need anything, we love interactive classes. Do not hesitate. Kindly go ahead and ask questions. We have Telegram. I know most of you are part of that Telegram channel. Kindly go ahead and utilize it to help each other. I want to thank those who are taking off time to help one another, to give assistance and guidance. If someone asks about something and you have a clue about it, it's a learning space. Let's use it to connect and also help one another. I must say, you guys have come in some bit of unfortunate time. But nonetheless, you're fortunate enough to be here to have a training which is fully funded by Huawei. They pay us a lot of money to conduct these trainings. And also the company itself invests a lot of money in vouchers and examination preparations. Therefore, they decided to change some of their KPIs, what people usually call the key performance indicators. And for you to successfully complete this course, you'll be required to interact with the resources or the courses available, with the resources or the course available on the Huawei Talent portal. I'll be showing you how you'll be able to do that. Nonetheless, I'll show you. So you'll be required to do that. And also you'll be required to enroll into that cloud service course on the Huawei Talent portal. I will be showing you how you're going to be that. And at least you should engage about 90% of the course content on their portal. That means that this course is going to be both instructor-led and also self-paced. Self-paced to allow you go through this material, because before, Huawei would just give out vouchers to anyone. As long as you just come and register to do the exam, they were not, minding about that. But it came to their attention that many of the students were putting those vouchers to waste, and yet each voucher costed the organization 200 USDs, $200. So imagine if you have a class of about 150 students, and in that class, or even just 100 students, and in that class about 150 and 100 students waste that voucher. So that is approximately 20,000 US dollars put to waste. That is a lot of money to just waste. So now they want all students to interact with this material. That way they believe that if a student has interacted with the material about 90%, then that student is in position to not waste vouchers, and therefore they're in position to pass the final exam. And also they have acquired all the necessary skills and knowledge that they have. Also, you must do the mock or the mock exam, which is provided. When you finish interacting with the material, you will be required to do the final mock exam, which is on the platform. So do not forget to go ahead and do that. But we shall be guiding each other in the course of the during the course of this training. So do not worry. I know I'm saying a lot of so many things, but do not feel threatened or worry in any way. This is something that we shall easily take care of. But most importantly, I want to welcome you to this course, and I hope you will enjoy your stay. Now, who am I? My name is Samuel Sendi, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. Welcome you to this course. I am someone who is very passionate about cloud and what the cloud has done or what the cloud can do. I'm an advocate. I manage quite a number of cloud services, both on GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and Amazon. And of course, even other, other service providers like Contable, who offer us virtual private servers or virtual dedicated servers. So I am happy to be your instructor today. Away from the cloud, I am also an IT auditor and a cybersecurity practitioner. I am currently an educator or a teacher or a lecturer with Makerere University. And I love mentoring the next generation of young professionals and working with organizations and universities and government to, enhance, talented young ICT professionals. I have done quite a number of certifications. I will not mention now, but quite a number of them. And I'm happy that you're also taking the same direction. It is important when you are in the ICT space to certify and acquaint yourself with some of those technologies. It is very important and good for you. Any question as far as what we have talked about is concerned before I demonstrate on some of the things that you're going to need or how you're going to access the class and how you're going to access the resources for this course? Any questions? I'll take that silence means there's no question at the moment. Since there's no question at the moment, I will now stop sharing this and we'll demonstrate on how you are going to create a Huawei account and how you are going to log into that account and start interacting with some of that material. All right, so can someone confirm that they can see the screen which has Huawei and some slides running left and right?
Yes, I confirm we can see.
Okay, thank you so very much. So when you go to this link, which I'm going to share with you in the chat and also share on Telegram, I had earlier on shared it on email, but I'm going to go ahead and share it again for purposes of quick access. I have shared the same on Telegram, kindly, and Telegram and also on in the chat. I've shared it, so if you must, you can go ahead and look at it. So that link, when you click on it, it will take you straight to this page. And this page, it has the landing page talking about the different certifications, the certification level, and etc. But we are interested in logging in so that we can access our user center, so that we can access the material and resources needed for this class. So I'm going to go ahead and click on login. And if you don't have an account, when you get to the login page, because you don't have an account, so therefore you cannot provide your username and you cannot provide the password. In this case, you are required to click on register. And when you click on register, it will take you to a landing page which has it's requesting for your details. It is requesting for your details, and there's a user ID, there's an email, there's a password, first name, country, phone number, etc. It is simple. Usually when you're on mobile, there are two alternatives. By default, if you're on mobile, it will ask you to register by mobile, right? But I would recommend you scroll down and click on the option of register by email. If you're on desktop, automatically it will pop up with a register by email option so that you can provide your email details. So I'm going to go ahead and punch in the username. You'll go ahead and provide any username. For example, I'm giving a case example of Kaitesi, Michelle. And when you're logging in, you'll see that user ID must start with a letter or digit. Use letters, digits, underscores, dots, and even give you an example of Jack Wang, right? So if you're Samuel Sandy, it can be Samuel.Sandy, Samuel underscore Sandy, Samuel Sandy, S Samuel, or S Sandy, depending on what you want, right? Depending on what you remember. This is just like any user ID that you can use on any system when you're registering. Remember, it is impossible for most of the systems I know, it is not easy to change the user ID after registration. I think the only platform I know which gives you the mandate to change your user ID is, I think, Twitter. But the rest do not permit you to change your user ID. Therefore, you go ahead and provide your email, a working email, which you can access because they'll send you an activation link on that email. So you go ahead and provide any working email. Let's say that I'll go ahead and provide it. Then go ahead and provide a password. And we are saying that the password must contain at least 8 characters. So please make sure that you go ahead and provide a password which has at least 8 characters, and sometimes which must conform to the password complexity policy. Go ahead and provide a first name and last name as demonstrated. Select your country of residence and then provide your phone number, right? And after providing your phone number, please, I would recommend you leave this unchecked. Do not check it, because if you check it, then they must verify this number. That means that they will send you an SMS on your phone and you have to get the SMS. They will have another dialog box, let's say here. If you check it, you have another dialog box here and you have to give the code which was received in an SMS. And depending on your country, sometimes these messages take long to come in, and that may delay your process of registering for this particular account. So I recommend that you leave it unchecked for purposes of having a smooth registration process. So when you're done with that, you come and put in this number, which you will be seeing here. In this case, it is 0192. And after, when you're done putting in that number, you go ahead and click on I have read and agree to Huawei's terms and conditions and privacy. And then when you're ready, you click on the button to register. You click on the register button. Once you click on the register button, the system will automatically send you an email with an activation link asking you to go ahead and activate your account. So this account was already activated, so I'm not going to register it, but once you click on it, it will pop up and take you to, you go to your email address, look either in the spam or in the inbox or any, but look around, you should receive that email in a few seconds. Click on the activation link and then activate your account, and then it will take you to the login page. The login page, you put in the user ID which you used when you're signing up, or you can alternatively even decide to use your email if you want to. So I'm going to use the user ID and the password which I used, and then at that point you go ahead and click on login. All right. So when you click on login, it will log in and it will take you back to this landing page, still with that information of other things, blah, 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 blah. But now we are interested in going to the user center. How do we go to the user center? In the top right corner, there is your name. So when you hover over it, it will bring a menu. And the menu has different things like user center, my course, my information, identity verification. So I'm going to click on user center. Alternatively, you can just click on your name. Once you click on it, it will take you to the user center. So I'm going to click on the user center, and then that system is going to take me directly to the user center. At this point, I am interested in doing two things. I'm interested in going to my information. Please take note of this and follow this. At this point, I have not reached anywhere where they're asking me for my university. I had a class in the morning and people are asking me, my university is not listed on the system. What should I do? At this point, I have not interacted with any form which is asking me to provide my university. So just kindly follow the steps, just like the way I have followed them. So you kindly go and click on my information. Once you click on my information, it will take you to this page. Because I have already associated with this account, right? That's why the account is there already. And ideally, it should be like this, right? There should be no role, right? No role associated. Do not tamper with that. Leave it like that. Just kindly focus on your personal information. Make sure your last name, first name, phone number is there. If it is not there, just click on the edit button here. And once it comes, make sure you provide your names and phone number. And after providing your phone number, click on this button. I have read and agreed to Huawei's privacy policy. And then you click on save. That is one. And then two, they'll tell you that successful revision of information. Two, now we're interested in doing identity verification. So you click on identity verification where they'll ask you for your last name, first name, and date of birth. So you kindly go ahead and provide those three details, and then you click on verify my identity, and then they'll ask you, are you sure you want to submit? And then you submit, and then you're done with identity. Not so hard. Just click on user center, and then click on identity verification, and then this page will pop up. Once it pops up, you go ahead and provide the details they're requesting you for. If they are asking you to specify the type of ID, you specify whether it is a work ID, whether it is anything, you go ahead and specify that kind of ID. And once you're ready and you're done, so we go back to the user center once we are done with that. That is the second step. Now, the third step is to access the class. And we are going to do access the class through My Classes, right? My Classes. So you go to your user center. Once you go to your user center, you'll find quite a number of cards like my courses, my orders, my vouchers, my competition, notice, etc. But we are interested in My Classes, this purple icon with people. So you click on My Classes. Once you click on My Classes, it's going to take you here, and it will tell you that there's no data. There's no data. And it's at this point that we must access the class using the class invitation code, using this field only, right? Ignore the organizer, ignore the status, ignore the class university name. We're interested in to enter the class invitation code. Now you're asking yourself and wondering where the class invitation code is. But if you remember very well, I shared with you this email. Can you all see my screen? With the email, I shared with you this email. Dear applicant, you've been approved. If you're part of this class, then you should have received this email, isn't it? And down below this email, can someone confirm that you can see the screen with the email?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
I confirm.
Yes, I know many Africans don't want to read, and usually they don't read things at the bottom of any article or writing. But down below, there was a communication of using the invitation code to get access to gain access to this class. And this is the invitation code we are going to be using. So allow me to copy it and paste it on Telegram as well, so that you can easily access it. Okay, so I have sent it on Telegram. I'm also going to send it in the chat. I've also shared it on the chat for those who would wish to get it. But if you check in that email, there's this code which was shared with you. It is underlined. It is a 6-digit code with COYH6D. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it because it's a code I'm going to use. So I've copied this code. I'm going to go back to my page. Once again, how do I access this page? Go to your user center. When you go to user center, go to My Classes. When you go to My Classes, and this happens after when you have created an account and you have logged in, you'll see that you have no data at the moment. So you kindly go ahead and click on, please enter class invitation code. So I'm going to paste in the code, which I have copied, which is that code, which I shared with you as well. You kindly go ahead and click on join. There's a join button towards the next, that in box, which is next to that button. So I'm going to click on join. And once you click on join, you give it a few seconds and it is querying the system to get the information depending on your network, and then it will bring the information concerning that class. Okay. I know some people have already done that. They read the email and they successfully did this. I applaud you. Someone is asking, can I join more than one class? Yes, you can. There's no problem, there's no harm. You can join more than one class. So when you click on join, it's going to load and then it's going to bring for you the class here, right? HCIA, Cloud Service, 2022, join intake. And you'll be able to see the class code, blah, 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 the material, how you can access the material, and etc. But what we are interested in at this particular moment, we're interested in clicking on registration. There's a registration button. So you'll go ahead and click on the registration button. It is always blue in nature. So once you click on it, another dialog box is going to pop up with your details, right? With your email, and then with it's going to pop up with your email and then with your details, which are already pre-filled, right? You can't edit them because they're picking them from your user information in my information. These ones are not mandatory. You can choose to fill them in or leave them empty depending on what you want. And then when you're done with that and ready, click on I have read and agreed to the policy. So you check it. And after checking it, you go ahead and press on OK. Once you do that, your status is going to change from registration to pending. From registration to pending, all right? So after changing from registration to pending, you will be required to, that is all that you need to do at that point. Then we shall get the notification at the end as instructors. For example, we'll go and navigate back to class management and look for that particular class of cloud service, which is here. And then look for who has been associated. As you can see, this particular person has associated. So I'm going to go ahead and approve, right? So when I approve, their status is going to change from pending. It's going to go to start learning, right? Because they are students. So I'm going to go ahead and approve. Also, let me just approve these people here since I'm already on this page. Okay, so I have approved and the students are registered. So I've gone back to Michelle's account, and as you can see, it is still pending. But once she refreshes after when we have approved, the status on the page will change from pending to start learning. Now, earlier on, I noted and highlighted that this course is going to be instructor-led, but also self-paced, because Huawei expects all of you to interact with the material on their learning page for you to fully complete this class. So therefore, you will use this button of starting learning. When you click on it, it will take you to the page where you're going to do most of the self-paced work and where you're going to go through some of the material that are provided by Huawei. So once you click on it, it will take you to this learning guide. It will show you the very first part, how you start learning, the cloud computing basics and etc., the more comprehensive exercise. So this is the very first part. So I'm going to read through it and then press on next. And that is how you learn on this page. If it's not a video, you just look through it. And as you see, my percentage before was 0%, but now that I've gone through the first step, it's now on 1%. So I'm going to read through these things and understand what these things are in my free time, and then click on next. And then it will take me to the next part of chapter 1. There are about 9 subsections. There's cloud computing, Huawei Cloud, getting started with Huawei Cloud, compute resources, network resources, storage, database, Huawei Cloud, operations and maintenance, and comprehensive exercise. And then the final and mock certification, and of course, where you can get the learning material. So with the cloud service, now it will take you to the first part, which has the video. You see, I've gone through part 1. As you can see, I've already done 3% of the learning outcome. And this is what they will follow. And it should be about 90% of interaction with this. And you should, at the end of the day, have done the final exam, this final exam here. So, but worry not, I will be guiding you throughout the entire period of studying. So do not worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next. And once I click on next, it's going to go ahead and take me to the next part. And if I want to watch, I can go ahead and just press on play. And then depending on your connectivity, the video will start playing. As you can see, I don't know if you can hear, but it will start playing, and then I'll start watching some Chinese lady teaching you throughout this program. I must emphasize that you must go through these videos and your percentage must reach about 90% for you to qualify to complete this class. Please take note of that. It's a KPI from Huawei, not our directive. And therefore, each and every one of you is required to do that, or is required to go through that. So please kindly do not forget that. So that is how we are going to access and enroll into the course and be able to view your percentage of what you have completed. And after, for this particular course, it's not in any other course, but for this particular course of cloud service, depending on what you have done, there are some simple, easy to do quiz questions which come at the end. So it's important that you also do these things. If you fail, you can discuss with your colleagues. And if you have passed them, you can share the answers with your colleagues. But the beauty is that they can even show you the answer, right? It is just to test your knowledge. So when you get to a particular point and you don't know what you have answered, you can always ask the system to help you show the answer so that it can, prove your learning experiences. So that is how it is to be done, and you're given about 3 attempts to answer them. So I would encourage all of you, because the moment you go through this, then passing the final exam is the easiest thing to do. All right. So that is how you access the class, and that is how you enroll into the Huawei platform. We shall be using this platform. We shall be using Telegram, and we are going to be using Zoom for the instructor-led classes. So I've seen someone on Telegram saying I've tried to register, but I couldn't. Just end here and stand still. Process what is wrong that I'm doing. I think people, you try and help this particular person. I told that person, I told them not to check the box for the mobile. You check that box and you see you're having issues with the SMSs, please uncheck that button for you to not have issues like those issues. Uncheck that button so that you can have a smooth registration process. All right. Any questions as far as what I've talked about is concerned? Any question? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Samuel.
All right. Some instructors. I actually just want to know regarding the terms and conditions in the instructor-led, because sometimes someone like myself, I'm a student, and sometimes the time allocated for the Zoom meeting sometimes clash with my other classes. So is there any way, or maybe like getting the recorded video maybe and follow the rest, or what is your take on that? Hello?
Yes, please. I didn't get you. You are far from your microphone. Kindly beg me a pardon.
All right. I was saying, I actually want you maybe to clarify for the case of the 10%, which is instructor-led class. So I just want to know, because sometimes this Zoom meeting clash with my other classes and I'm a student. So is there a way maybe I can follow maybe with the recorded video after the class? Because not all of them, but some of the classes some of the Zoom classes are clashing with my classes.
Samuel, that is very fast. That is very fine. I will as long as you follow through, but most importantly, as long as you have this engagement here on this platform and you complete, right? That is the most important aspect. So you can also just try and rewatch some of the videos I've made, but it is very okay with me.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks for that.
Good morning.
Right. Good morning to you too, Michael.
Yeah, Mr. Sandy, I'm asking, am I allowed to do this throughout this whole platform? Like, let's say if I give it 2 days and I concentrate to read it and do this, and my percentage goes to the maximum, am I allowed to do it, or we shall have to always be waiting? Then you tell us, let's go to this chapter, let's go to this chapter.
You are allowed to do that, Romeo. I actually recommend that because the vouchers for this lot are expiring on 30th of June. And I want us to try our level best to be as fast as possible so that we can book for those vouchers before 30th of June. So it is okay. And we're also going to try our level best to move a bit fast so that we can hit the deadline, but also not leaving behind anyone. So it's okay, Romeo.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm quite behind myself. I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I can't even find the messages, but I received the message to say, dear applicant, Huawei RCT Academy has accordingly set the classes to begin on 23rd June. So I've logged in, but I can't see where it says learning. Just as consumer products, business products, support partners and developers about Huawei. How do I go about it, landing to this page?
Chalia, have you been following my demonstrations? Or you have just joined now?
Yes, I joined in late.
Oh, that is why. I demonstrated how you're able to do that. But I can't demonstrate right now in the interest of time. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to send a detailed explanation or document on how you can do that. But it's very simple. Enroll into the class. You can even post in the chat and ask people to help you and enroll into the class. And then you will be in position to get to this page of start learning. I know I'm going to approve people by today. For the big part of today, I'm going to be approving. So please kindly put in your requests today when I'm sitting on this computer so that by end of today, everything we are just starting to learn. I've also noted that some people are doing what? I've also noted that some people are already associated with other universities and they're getting an error that scope is not part of their university. If I may ask, if you are enrolled into another university and your account is associated with another university and you do not have an ongoing class, what you're going to do is very simple. You will come back to user center. Let me try to come here and get this talent. You'll come back to user center, right? If it is telling you that it's not in the scope of your school or your university, so you're going to come back to your user center. And once you come to your user center, you're going to go to my information, right? You're going to go to my information. Once you go to my information, it's just that this thing is a bit slow, but I'm going to go to user center. When you go to user center, I'm going to go to my information. Under my information, you're going to click on edit. And under edit, you're going to click on deassociate. And then they're going to ask you, are you sure you want to deassociate? We agreed this as instructors. You can always deassociate and associate as need be, as long as you're not affecting any of the ongoing classes. So you're going to go to user center, go to my information. Once you go to my information, below down here under role information, because when you use the invitation code automatically the system associates you with the university where the academy is having the class. So what you're going to do, you click on deassociate, and then they ask you, once you disassociate, you'll lose all the rights, which is okay. You can always reassociate anytime if there's any other class. So you click on OK, and once you click on OK, it will automatically go ahead and unbind for you. And then that is when you can go back to My User Center for the person who was asking how you get there. And then you go to My Classes. And then that is a point where you paste in the invitation code and then click on Join. When you click on Join, like I demonstrated earlier, it's going to load that page asking you to reassociate. And then you click on Registration. And after clicking on Registration, it's going to pop up, and then click on I have read and agree, then OK. And then it will show you pending. And once I approve on my end, once I get who has applied and approve on my end, let me just refresh to get the recent people. Once I approve on my end, I think I may need to log in again. Once I approve on my end, then the page will change from pending to start learning. So the account I'm using is for Michelle Kaitesis. As you can see, I'm approving the second time. So I'm going to approve, and then after approving, yes, so after approving, and now I am going to go ahead and go back to Michelle's account. This is it. Once I refresh, it will change from pending to start learning. To get to the other page where some colleague asked, you click on start learning, and then it will load and take you to that page of start learning. The good thing, your progress is taken care of. If you have ever interacted with the videos and everything, your progress will be there, so it will easily and automatically capture your progress, and that will be very good for us. I think I've answered you. Yes, Tisa, your hand is up.
Good morning, Mr. Cesarian. Okay, my question is there a place whereby you are going to upload the videos? Because we joined in late. For us to register on the portal, we'll need to go back to the video. Are you going to post on your YouTube or somewhere, or on the Telegram page?
Could you kindly beg me a pardon?
Okay, I'm asking if you are going to upload this on the Telegram, this video, the recorded session, because some of us joined in late. We'll need to go back to the video and check how to get into the portal.
All right, I'm going to process it and then share it before the end of today.
On which platform?
On Telegram.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, Tendo, your hand is up.
Yes, good morning, sir. I was asking, can someone access this program if he or she is not a university student?
Yes, Tendo, you can. All you need to do is create the account like I've directed you, provide your email you're using, and then go ahead and use the invitation code to join the class and study and learn and qualify and finish and do the final exam and pass and certify as Huawei certified ICT cloud service engineer professional.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, friends, we have 3 minutes towards the end of this session. I want to thank you all for joining. Allow me to end the class here so that I can get time to process the video for those who joined in late. We shall meet again tomorrow, same time. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm happy and excited to be your instructor. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Enjoy your day and have a lovely day.